Hello, everyone. My name is John, and I want to be your guide in trying to learn Japanese and hopefully trying to retain Japanese. I got some backstory for myself. I've been studying Japanese for myself for the last 3 years or so, and for me, it's been one of the greatest experiences in my life. And hopefully, there's others like you who are watching this video who like the idea of learning another language. For me, English was the only language I knew up until this point. And once I started learning Japanese, I felt like the entire world opened up to me. One day I want to know at least 6 or 7 more languages, but that's somewhere down the line. But for now, Japanese is probably the biggest influence on my life right now. I've had quite experience with a bunch of my friends, and of course, my girlfriend, who's someone who's really important to me. And all these people I've met is because just learning Japanese, and it's one of the greatest experiences in my life. So, with that aside, I just want to talk about tips on trying to retain Japanese. When I first started learning, I guess in my mind, I really just wanted to understand Japanese mediums without a translator. To me, I felt like that's relying too much on a translator, and I didn't want to do that. That being said, sometimes I do have to rely on a translator or translated content to be able to do some things, but I do try to learn as I'm going along. But yeah, to kind of just go along with this, when I first started playing Japanese games and those kind of things, it was really interesting to just try to learn. I won't lie, it was very difficult. What people always talk about, you have to know about the Chinese characters, or what's known as kanji. It's very difficult, but the thing you have to know about reading kanji is that it takes time and practice. You have to read it over time. You don't force yourself to learn it. You just do it over and over again, and eventually it'll stick. That's how I've learned all the kanji I know so far, and I don't have any trouble with it, I guess. That aside, I also have a lot of experience with Japanese slang, so hopefully one day I can get to that section and just talk about it. But for now, I just want to talk about my experiences and how I did it. So if you're familiar with the game Puzzle and Dragons, that's a little loud. This is one of the first games I started playing, only because my friends started playing it. And at first, I'll admit, I didn't really like it. But having Japanese as a or being able to learn Japanese with it, kind of made it a lot more interesting for me. So that's what I did. So pretty much all these, I don't have any trouble reading any of those. There's maybe a few characters I don't understand, but for the most part, I understand it. And once again, like, this is all just because I didn't want to use a translator, and it's been great. Same thing with Kingdom Hearts and whatever, but I don't really play games too often. That's just what I've been doing for the last couple of years. It's really just the point I'm trying to get along here is, if you have the motivation to study something, then you'll learn it, but just do it at your own pace. If you're taking these classes in college or your high school classes or whatever, you may be forced to learn the language over and over again, and in my experience, it's just not fun. When I was in high school, I took Spanish, and it was probably one of the worst classes I ever took, just because I guess the teacher wasn't motivated, I wasn't motivated. Um, Once again, it really just comes down to motivation and how much time you're willing to put into the class. But for Japanese, it's great. I loved it, and once again, it's just because I was self-taught. I didn't care. So that's really all I have to say about that. Um, like, if you just find the different methods and you'll learn it. Um, I think I can get into the basics of reading Japanese. So as I have here, it's konnichiwa, which you may know as to be hello in Japanese, but it's really just good afternoon. But right now I'm not here to talk about vocabulary or anything, just getting you into it. This is just the first one I just want to get along, is the vowels in Japanese. We have a, I, e, o, u. And if you can pronounce any of those vowels correct like that, then pretty much all of Japanese is easy. You can't pronounce any Japanese word. That's just how Japanese works. So that's just the take-home point for this lesson. Hopefully next time I have a better topic to talk about, but hopefully this will ease you into the topic. With that said, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and let me know how you felt about this, and maybe we can continue this. Thank you for watching, and I appreciate it.